Okay, good day, class. This is your second video for your coverage under ULOA. So, previously, we have discussed about the definitions of patriotism and freedom. Yan. Last time, we have discussed about patriotism and also other related definitions and history of Filipino patriotism. So again, patriotism is defined as love for one's country, specifically yung country of birth. So kagaya ng sinabi ni Dr. Jose Rizal, nang hindi marunong magmahal sa sariling wika ay kasinlansa ng isang mabahong isda. So it also relates to us having that deep connection towards our own country, whether we are natural born citizens of that country or even when we are naturalized. Okay? So regardless of whether you are legally a citizen or literally and biologically a member of that state, patriotism is really devotion to that country. Yeah. When we say devotion, it is entrusting not just yourself, but also your future towards your country. And not just to your country, but also to its people. Yung tiwala nyo, hindi lang sa kapwa nyo Pilipino, but most important, yung tiwala nyo sa namumuno sa ating bayan. Yan. In today's situation, current situation dito sa ating bansa, there are multiple times in which citizens of our country or certain citizens of our country would react differently upon certain situations involving the allegedly mga irregularity sa government. Again, the government as a whole is not a perfect government, so as much the people who are bound to the rules and regulations of that certain state. So being a patriot, again, it is supporting not just your country in times of need, even without national emergencies, even if walang malaking threat sa ating bansa, yung suporta nyo na kinakailangan ng ating bansa towards the betterment of our country is needed. Patriotism originated from the Greek word patriot, which means fellow countryman. Yan, sa Greek. Yan. And also, coming from another Greek word, which is patris, which means father. Yan. So, dyan nagsimula sa Greek literature yung terminology na patriotism. Yan. Kung saan tayong mga mamamayan ay sumusuporta dapat sa ating amang bayan or inang bayan. Again, patriotism was derived from two Greek words. First is yung patriot and patris. Okay? So, patriotism, it is love for one's country, regardless kung naturalized ka or hindi. You're biologically born and raised from that country. Yan. Kagaya dito sa atin sa Pilipinas, hindi lang tayo yung mga natural born citizens, hindi lang tayo ang kinokonsiderang mga Pilipino. Okay? So, also, in patriotism, hindi lang yung suporta sa ating bansa at sa mga namumuno nito, hindi lang pagsuporta sa ating mga kapwa Pilipino, but also maintaining that strong connection towards our fellow Filipinos and those other Filipinos who may or may not reside in our country. Yan, merong mga Pilipino, siguro nakapag-asawa sila ng mga foreigners, yan, or those citizens from other states, yan, or those Filipinos working for a good amount of time sa ibang dagat. So, hindi lang sila dapat ang may sense of patriotism or pagmamahal sa bayan, but especially tayong nandito at nakatira sa ating bayan. It is strong feeling and strong connection towards our land and for the betterment of our nation. That is basically patriotism. Pero ang nakakalimutan ng mga tao sa ngayong panahon is that patriotism o yung pagtitiwala sa ating bayan, regardless if yung namumuno sa ating bayan ay gumagawa ng tama or hindi, we still need to push for supporting our nation. Hindi yung concept na sinusuporta yung mga taong namumuno, but basically supporting for the betterment of our country. What I'm trying to say is, patriotism o yung pagmamahal sa bayan o sa ating inang bayan, regardless kung may mga issue dito or issue na others from the government or its officials, pati na rin sa mga taong o yung sambayan ng Pilipino, yung pagtitiwala na somehow malalagpasan yung problema at yung mga kinakailangan ng ating mga kapwa Pilipino, yung mga importante mga programa sana maipagpatuloy. At yung tiwala natin sa mga opisyal ng gobyerno na namumuno sa atin, sana magpatuloy, especially those who are doing their job with all their heart. The thing with today is, people keep on generalizing that each one of those people who are serving the public are not doing their job correctly. In patriotism, whether they're doing with incompetence or they're not doing anything at all, dapat magkaroon tayo ng tiwala sa ating mga mamamayan at sa bansa natin. Hindi yung susuko tayo sa ating bansa and then mag-migrate sa laing nasod tungod kay dili na ganahan sa Pilipinas. Again, sinabi ni Dr. Jose Rizal, ang hindi marunong magmahal sa bayan, sa sariling wika, ay mabaho pa sa malansang isda. Mas mabaho pa sa malansang isda. Okay? Throughout how many decades, marami ng mga pamilyang Pilipino ang nagmamigrate sa ibang bansa, specifically sa Amerika or even sa Canada. They're migrating to other countries seeking for a better future and somewhat escaping the problems here sa Pilipinas. Kasi ang Pilipinas po ay isang third world country. Ang ibig sabihin, the government and its people still lack more than ways than one. Marami pa tayong pagkukulang, hindi lang sa atin, pati na rin sa sistema ng ating lipunan. Even if people say that they are patriotic to our country, pero madali namang sumuko, especially sa mga ginagawa ng gobyerno, then that's not patriotism at all. Yan. For example, nakikita nyo mga nagrarally. Hindi lang yung sa ngayon, but in the recent past, maraming nagrarally dyan. For example, yung mga activist groups. We're not saying that it is bad, but what we are saying is they must put their reasoning at the right forum. Yan. Marami sa mga tao ngayon hindi na naniniwala or somewhat hindi na nagkakaroon ng pakialam sa mga sinasabi nila. It's because somewhat, accordingly to other sources, that they are related to those organizations which are considered enemies of the state. Yan, nagrarally sila tapos na magrarally na ayaw nila sa gobyerno. Pagkatapos yun, pupunta ng Starbucks, bibili ng venti ba yun or yung tall na mga produkto ng Starbucks ng kape, 'di ba? They said that they are patriots of this country, they're loyalists of of the country, but then they do not show it after. Hindi sila consistent, even though they keep supporting other organizations which are considered enemies of the state. Nawawala na yung pagkakaroon ng suporta sa ating bayan, suporta sa gobyerno in general, not to the people. Kasi kung patriotism ang pinag-uusapan, you support the country, not the people who are leading. Kagaya ng sinabi ng ating Pangulo, our President have said that, do not be loyal to me. Yun yung sinabi niya verbatimly. Huwag kayong maging tapat sa akin lamang. Kasi unang-una sa serbisyo publiko, ang pagkakaroon ng tiwala ng tao ay yung pinaka-importante. The trust of the people is very much affecting not just public officials but also yung mga empleyado at mga agents ng gobyerno. Yan, for example, sa law enforcement, yung mga kapulisan. 'Di ba, kung makikita nyo, may ginawang kabulastugan yung iilang mga miyembro ng kapulisan, anong sasabihin ng publiko? Lahat na ng mga pulis, kabulastugan na lang yung ginagawa. 'Di ba? That is what we call hasty generalization. Okay? That is hasty generalization. What it means is that when a number of people does something, they tend to generalize the whole group of people in which those persons are included. Yun, kagaya ng example ko kanina, gumawa ng mali yung iilang mga kapulisan, nadamay na yung buong organisasyon. Damay na lahat ng kapulisan. So that is very dangerous. Not just to the police officers and the organization, but to the general public as well. And that shows na yung mga taong nagsasabi niyon lacks or nagkakaroon ng somewhat pagkawala ng patriotism. Ayan. It's because they try to generalize that each one of those officers, lahat ng kapulisan, masama na yung ginagawa. Yung concept of national loyalty, especially to those who try to implement the law, those who try to improve the lives of Filipinos, ginagawa nilang parang kalokohan lamang. Okay? So, in patriotism, it is not just national loyalty, it's deep connection to the country. Kaya nga tinuturuan tayo ng kasaysayan, ng history, especially sa elementary hanggang high school, even dito sa college. We are continuously being taught of history, not just yung mainstream na history, pero yung mga siguro mga kasaysayan na hindi lahat ng tao nakakaalam. There are stories of individuals nang dahil sa kanilang ding pagmamahal sa bayan, ginawa na lang nila ang makakaya nila, lahat ng makakaya nila para ipagtanggol ito. That is patriotism. Yung iba sa kanila, to the point that they sacrifice their lives in order for us to enjoy what we are enjoying now. Lahat ng ating mga nakikita ngayon, yan, mga magagandang gusali, yan, nakikita natin magaganda na yung mga equipment ng mga ospital, marami ng mga pulis, yan, meron ng mga magagandang daan, meron ng maraming eskwelahan, at mas maraming tao na ang nakabibili ng mga produkto. That is a societal improvement. Pero hindi natin makakamit yung paglago ng ating lipunan kung walang mga taong nagdedepensa nito. Those who act in defense of the country, those who trust the country that we could survive any challenge that could be thrown to us, and having deep connection to our motherland, that is patriotism. Okay? So it is not just also within that kind of concept, yung pagmamahal sa bayan, it also includes the retaining and recognizing different customs and traditions that are uniquely Filipino. What it means is that we try to learn and we try to preserve those customs and traditions that Filipinos or native Filipinos have once been practicing. Merong mga kultura dito sa ating bayan or some other cultures that are still very much preserved at until today. Yan. Merong mga iba't ibang tribo na yung mga kultura nila ginagamit pa rin nila hanggang ngayon. Still being preserved not just within their group but also for other people and the government as well who try to maintain their culture. Kasi hindi naman natin de-deny na yung impluensya ng ibang bansa, yan, the influence of Western culture, that is what we call globalization. That is, again, globalization. Diba yung mga impluensya ng ibang bansa? For example, yung impluensya ng mga Amerikano sa clothing, yan, sa pananamit, 'di ba? Pati yung impluensya ng mga Koreano sa musika or even sa entertainment. And not just them but also other countries who influence our lifestyle today, 'di ba? For example, the use of cell phones, the use of technology. Pero matingnan naman natin yung mga ibang tribo dito sa ating bayan, hindi nila ginagamit 'yun. It's because they want to preserve their culture at hindi naman natin pa, mapuwersa sila na sundin yung makabagong panahon. And they are protected with that. Their customs and traditions, they maintain those, they protect those because in their tribes, they want to continue that kind of tradition. Pero there are other traditions with other tribes na somewhat hindi generally accepted sa modern period, 'di ba? So there are pros and cons with that. Yan, may mga positives and negatives. So in patriotism, there are different contexts, different translations or different meanings from other countries as well. Yan, iba't iba yung concept ng patriotism. Kasi of course, patriotism is unique to a country. Iba yung pagpapakita ng tiwala sa bansa o yung pagmamahal sa bayan, for example, sa Korea compared dito sa Pilipinas. Yan. Sa kanila, mas nagkakaroon ng sense of patriotism once they remember those who have served and protected their country nung Korean War. The same goes dito sa Pilipinas, yung mga taong tumulong na iprotekta yung ating bayan from multiple occasions. Yan, mula sa pananakop ng Espanyol, ng mga Amerikano, nung panahon ng giyera kung saan may mga Hapon na nasakop tayo, up until today na merong mga kalamidad, merong mga events that really needs the support of the people towards those who defend and love our country. Yung willingness ng ibang tao or ng iilan na magsakripisyo para sa ikabubuti ng bayan. That is having courage and self-determination in order for the country to have a better society. Yan. That is patriotism. Yan. According kay Johnson, patriotism as a predisposition to behave altruistically and on behalf of most comprehensive social systems of which an individual is a member. Yan. It is the courage of national self-determination. Ang ibig sabihin sa konteksto ni Johnson is that having patriotism to each member of the society is important because it can uplift those who defend and preserve the country, and as well yung services ng country would be better delivered to the people. Ito kasi yan eh. If you are in the government, whether you are a police officer or a public official, di ba kinakailangan mo ng suporta ng publiko in order for your services na mas makita ng tao, yung produkto ng trabaho nyo ay mas makita at maramdam tao, that is community involvement. Yan, that's just one example. Public relations. Magtitiwala ang publiko pag meron silang nakikitang produkto. Especially for public officers, we have mandates. Pag law enforcer ka, meron kang specific mandate. Yan. The same goes with public school teachers or even teachers. Mga doctors and other public officials. May kanya-kanyang mandate, unique to themselves. But all in all, kung mas malalim yung pag-iisip natin, all of those mandates, all of those duties are for the betterment of our country. Because we are an independent and sovereign country, it is expected that the members of society would be able to help one another to build a better nation. Yan. For example, nung Marawi, gera ng Marawi. Of course, maraming taong lumikas. But the question is, how would they stand up again? Paano sila makakabawi niyon? How many years after the war? Yan. For example, law enforcement pati military. Ang trabaho nila to clear up a certain place or to clear up the country against the enemies of the state. And once they have cleared the country of those enemies of the state, that is the time in which other services of the government would be able to penetrate that certain area and affect the society by providing different services closely to the people. Yan. For example, sa Davao del Norte, yan. There are certain places there na infested ng mga rebels. Yan. They say they're patriots of their country. We could not deny their ideology, but one thing we could not really shy on or shy away from is yung kapwa nilang Pilipino ginagago nila. Or for a better language, yung kapwa nila Pilipino inuuto nila. We respect their ideologies, but what they're doing is not for the betterment of the country. Ayan. So nawawala yung patriotism. Each member of the country has an inborn concern for a country. And it develops as we age. Yan. Pero also, tinitingnan din yung commitment ng bawat mamamayan towards towards our country, towards the betterment of our country. Yan, regardless kung anong partido mo politically. Kung makadilaw ka ba, or makapula, or makaasul. Yan. Regardless of your political entity, o yung mga bias mo, if that is the right term, politically, each one of you has the same goal for the betterment of the country. Pero tinitingnan ng publiko, tinitingnan din ng mga ibang tao, kung sino ba ang mas may kayang makaprovide ng services that would reach even the people who are not reachable. Yan yung mga nasa mas mababang sektor ng ating lipunan. Kagaya ngayon, may mga bagyong dumadaan. May mga taong or maraming mga taong nasasalanta. So how would government or the public services, yung social services na ang gobyerno ang nagpo-provide, paano yun makakarating sa mga taong hindi kayang marating ng normal na service delivery? Yan. Yung, for example, yung mga nasalanta sa mga liblib na lugar, kung saan na nila pagdala o mga hinabang padulong sa ilaha. Yan. That's why there is the government to do that. The thing is, hindi lahat ng tao may parehong pananaw na tumulong. There are some other individuals or other groups who would take advantage of those who are in need. Kasi ang gobyerno, once magpo-provide yun ng services, pinufulfill nila yung needs ng nasabing lugar. For example, nasalan tayo ng isang lugar, then they would fulfill those basic needs. Food, shelter, water, clothing. Yan. And then all others would come after. Yan. Once na mas mabuti na yung kalagayan. The problem is, there are individuals not just in the government but also sa private sector na yung sariling interest nila yung pinapairal nila. So that could even be a factor of social disorganization. Of course, maraming magrereklamo. At yung mga nirereklamo, they would even have their own type of excuse. Yan. With the benefit of the doubt. Yan. So, once services of the government is not properly delivered or has not reached those people who deeply needs it, then there are certain frustrations ng public. If you are a public officer, ang isa sa mga kinatatakutan ng mga public officials, yan, even government employees, is public opinion. Yung opinion ng masa. Because the public itself wanted those services. They want to see na merong mararating yung mga taxes, yung pera ng taong bayan. And if it is not properly divested, if it is not properly implemented yung mga projects ng gobyerno, then of course dumadagdag yung frustration towards the government or specifically yung mga tao sa gobyerno. Kakaunti lang sa ating bansa ang ayaw sa ating bayan. But mostly yung pagkainis natin is not towards the country but towards the people involved. Yan. So mas magandang sabihin na yung ating frustrations ay nasa mga taong iyon, not to the country. Kaya kung sasabihin mo ayaw mo na dito sa Pilipinas, then of course, you have no trust to the country itself. It means you don't have any trust people and to the government as well. Yan yung mas masakit. Okay, so in order to maintain and show patriotism, we must first start to love our country. Yan, hindi ko naman sinasabi na nililimit lang natin sa mga Filipino things or Filipino products. This country is a free country. You can do anything you want as long as it is within the bounds of the law. Pero dahil third world country tayo, hindi tayo ganun kalakas, hindi tayo ganun kayaman, it is much highlighted sa ating bayan na yung mga nagseserbisyo publiko, dapat gawin nila yung trabaho nila ng maayos. Because if they would not do their mandates and their duty properly, the fulfillment of needs of the public, especially those who needs it the most, hindi na mararating sa kanila yung mga tulong na kinakailangan. Okay? So also, in relation to Maslow's motivational theory, each individual in a certain society has the needs of belongingness, love, and self-esteem, yung kumpiyansa sa sarili. An individual in a society could not contribute to nation building, hindi siya magkakaroon ng contribution sa bansa o sa bayan kung hindi siya magkakaroon ng kumpiyansa towards his abilities. Kaya nga may mga eskwelahan in order to teach you not just topics that could be useful towards your future endeavors, but also values that would somehow be carried by you throughout your life. So yan yun. Yung motivation ng isang individual, if merong mga nagmamahal sa kanya, hindi yung not to the concept na yung mga girlfriends and boyfriends. But basically yung pagmamahal sa sarili at pagmamahal ng pamilya. That is one of the biggest motivations. Maraming mga individuals na hindi nagkakaroon ng enough motivation, it's because of other factors. Some of those, hindi nila nararamdaman yung pagmamahal ng pamilya, which could lead them to vices and soon commit crimes. Yan. So that is in relation to Maslow's motivational theory na kinakailangan ng taong magkaroon ng pagmamahal, hindi lang sa sarili, but of course from other people. Yan. He needs love. Also, an individual in a society needs confidence, not just with himself, but to his abilities or yung capabilities niya. But also, an individual in a society would be more motivated if he feels that he belongs. Ayan. Yung nararamdaman niya na parte siya ng isang grupo. Ayan. He belongs to a family. He belongs to a certain group. Ayan. Yung sense of belongingness. Because each individual in our society has different needs. Yan. And as a citizen of our country, yung need natin, dahil tayo ay third world country, dapat nakikita natin, according to other studies, yung produkto ng ating mga paghihirap, 'di ba? We would want to see the fruits of our labor. The same goes with paying taxes, 'di ba? Maraming tao nagrereklamo, nagbabayad sila ng malaking tax, nagbabayad sila ng tax pero hindi naman nila nakikita ng tama yung pinaparoonan yon. Yeah, that's the sad part. If there are individuals who still continue to destroy our country, then somehow for the next decades or so, mananatili pa rin tayong isang maliit at mahirap na bayan. And that itself is a characteristic of social disorganization. It frustrates people. Okay? Also, patriotism, according kay Turner, dito tayo, once individuals have that sense of belongingness kasi na-categorize na sila or they have categorized themselves with a group, they are already a member of a group, mas magkakaroon ng social identity ang isang individual. In other words, mas magkakaroon na siya ng kumpiyansa sa sarili and malalaman na niya or madidiscover na niya yung mga gusto niyang gawin at yung kaya niyang gawin. That's the time when a certain individual would somehow seek or would want to know what he wants to do in order to contribute not just to his family, not just to himself, but also to the nation as well. Di ba? Parang mga mag-aaral. Iba't iba ang panahon natin na kung saan na-discover natin kung anong gusto natin. And sama yung mga gusto nating marating could contribute to nation building. Yan. So that is somehow part of patriotism. Okay. So next, we will discuss about those Filipino social thinkers, not just of the past, but also somehow yung concept nila. So historically, those Filipinos, yung mga ideas nila noon, yung mga ideas na ating mga ninuno are basically common, especially nung panahon ng Espanyol. That is for the betterment of the country, yung tinatawag na kalayaan or freedom. Okay? So, as we all know, tinuro sa atin na yung mga Espanyol, those 333 years of their colonization towards us, it really brought us to the point na at that time na nagsasawa ng mga Pilipino sa mga Espanyol. And they have seen that those Spaniards, some of them, become abusive towards Filipinos. So there are certain Filipinos also who were not scared at nagkaroon ng courage to somehow share their thoughts and to share the experiences na nakuha nila towards the unfairness and oppression na ginawa at that time ng mga Spanish colonizers natin. Yan. So first, even before the Spaniards came over to our shores, merong mga different cultures na nahalo na sa atin. Yan yung mga Malay races. Yan. But during the time of the Spaniards, somewhat, they swept all of those. Diba? Yung mga kultura ng mga native Filipinos, especially sa Mindanao. Yan. For example, yung paghahabi ng tela dito sa Mindanao. Diba? Those are cultures that were luckily preserved up until to this period. Yan, for example, dito sa Davao na region, mga Matigsalog tribal members at yung paghahabi nila ng yan, mga malong nila, yan, mga weaving products nila. Luckily, it lasted through different centuries. Yan, na-survive nila yung Spanish colonization. Actually, ang Mindanao hindi masyadong na-colonize ng Spaniards. We could see that our ancestors, yung mga ancestor natin dito sa Mindanao, so those Filipinos from the past defended their country, especially mga Mindanaoans, yan, yung mga Islam Filipinos of the past, because of their aggressive nature of protecting not just their tribes but also of its culture. Those are the attributes in which naprotektahan pa hanggang ngayon yung mga kultura nila. And up until now, we can see the products of their culture. And preserving it, helping in preserving it, is part of patriotism. Okay? Kasi kung hindi natin mapoprotektahan yan, sinong magpoprotekta? Mga Amerikano? Mga Chinese? They won't understand. And who better understands their situation than of course yung mga kapwa Pilipino. And more especially yung mga kapwa nila katribo. Ayan. So, preserving cultures, it is very much needed, not just to learn from them, but to also recognize them for their contributions to our country. Konti lang yung mga naghahabi pa rin ng tela ng mga natives, but still they contribute to society. And of course, yung gusto nila para sa kanilang grupo or tribo ay pareho din sa gustong marating ng sambayanan, which is mas magandang buhay, mas magandang um, paghanap buhay. Okay? So, next, we would skip through this. So, also, during the time of the Spaniards, punta tayo doon, merong mga Filipinos who fought fought against those Spaniards, not just through physical means, yung mga miyembro ng katipunan, but also those other Filipinos who were luckily educated, especially yung mga nakapag-aral sa ibang bansa, at bumalik sa Pilipinas para magsulat ng totoong nangyayari sa lipunan at that time. 'Di ba? Yung mga tinatawag na propagandista at nasyonalista. They're basically writers, 'di ba? Kagaya ni Jose Rizal, ni Lopez Haina, yun mga propagandista. And they're considered our heroes from that time. Up until now, nire-recognize pa rin ng mga Pilipino yung mga sakripisyo nila noon. Kasi lahat sila, whether si Andres Bonifacio at ang kanyang mga katipunero, o yung mga propagandista at nasyonalista na nagsusulat ng totoong saloobin ng Pilipino nung panahon, they only have one goal, and that is freedom from colonization. And especially na medyo may mga somewhat mga pagkakamali yung mga Espanyol sa kanilang pamumuno, then it was an added reason for those Filipinos at that time to resist and try to fight back towards the Spanish regime. Even though na yung iba sa kanila unjustly pinatay or executed, still their contributions and works would live longer. It was preserved, and up until now, tinatamasa natin yung mga sakripisyo nila. The mere fact na may kalayaan tayo, even if our freedom is not absolute, but still we have freedom, to say the least. Yun yung regalo nila sa mga sumunod na henerasyon, including us. Kasi kung wala yung kanilang contributions noon, ayan, hanggang ngayon, nasa control pa rin tayo ng mga Espanyol. Nasa control pa rin tayo ng mga Amerikano. Hanggang ngayon, nasa control pa rin tayo ng mga Hapon, if not for those heroes of the past who sacrificed a lot, even sacrificing their lives just for one cause, which is freedom o yung kalayaan. Yung mga prinsipyo nila, yung mga pananaw nila towards the society and the Filipino people, yun yung naging fuel nila in order to continue what they did. And even if on their last moments, they still wanted freedom for the Filipino people. Yung sovereignty na tinatawag. Okay? So also during the Spanish period, yung mga propagandista at mga revolusyonista, they fought hard. They created concepts, they created certain strategies in order for them to somewhat slowly maiangat yung puwersang Pilipino. And even if other Filipinos don't want to join the fight, they don't want to be in the front lines, but still yung mga ginawa ng mga propagandista, for example, it showed to the general public at that time na ganito yung pamumuno ng mga Espanyol. Hindi sa kanila yung lupa or it is not their home country, but they treat Filipinos as if we are slaves. That's basically oppression. So yun yung naging mitsa na nagkaroon ng revolusyon against the Spanish regime. Okay? Also, yung ugaling Pilipino, not just from the Spanish period, but even way back. Merong mga ugaling Pilipino or Filipino behavior na kung saan hanggang ngayon still promoted and even preserved. Yan. For example, merong mga Pilipino na pumunta sa ibang bansa, those who have migrated to other countries, o yung naging OFW sa ibang bansa and try to live on their own. They have jobs, but basically yung jobs nila, mga trabaho nila, eh, hindi yung kanilang ginusto. Most, if not some, of those Filipinos working abroad have finished studying on a program which originally hindi nila nagustuhan, which are basically from their Filipino mothers, 'di ba? So that's one of those cultures. Yan yung isang behavior ng mga Filipino mothers in which sila yung nagdidikta ng future ng anak. Even before some of us were born, sila yung nagdikta kung anong magiging trabaho. Yan, kung anong magiging future. Yan. It may be a double-edged sword, may positives and negatives, but still, it is part of Filipino behavior. Other behavior which are more known to the general public, yan, yung pagmamano, yan. That's one sign of respect. It is, of course, shown by Filipinos. Okay? So, marami ding mga Filipino behaviors na nakikita natin not just with Filipinos dito sa Pilipinas, but also to other countries. Okay? So, next, yan, medyo mahaba-haba ito. But most of these are already taught to you even in elementary, di ba? For example, yung Death March, di ba? Yung panahon ng Hapon, Filipino and American soldiers were forced to walk after surrendering for around 1,000 kilometers. Yan. So, it is one of those darkest moments in history. Yan. Also, yan. Let's go back to one of those excerpts sa pelikula na kung saan nabase yung buhay ni General Antonio Luna. Yan. If you can remember na isa sa mga sinabi niya, not just from the movie but basically from what really happened. Yan. Negosyo or kalayaan, bayan or sarili. 'Di ba? Pinapili niya yung mga sundalo kung anong mas matimbang para sa kanila. Ipagpapatuloy ang laban para sa kalayaan ng sambayanan o yung pansariling interes lamang. Yan. Even up until now, it's still a big question to some. There are some other individuals currently na gusto nilang magandang buhay pero parang wala silang pake para sa bayan. Yan. They wanted fame, they wanted the money, gusto nila yung power o yung kapangyarihan na kaakibat nyon, but they do not recognize other individuals, especially yung mga mas mababa sa kanila. Yan. Yung bayan o sarili na question. Again, class. In patriotism, the main character is the society. Ibig sabihin, hindi lang isang individual. It's the whole nation, the whole country. Yan. 'Di ba? Nakita rin yung sa pelikula ni General Antonio Luna. He was trying to formulate plans in order to battle with during the revolution. So, yun, pinapili niya because he somehow saw that there are Filipino soldiers under him na nagdududa na sa kanilang mga plano, nagdududa na sa kanilang kakayahan. So, he made those question or that question to really see if his soldiers were ready to fight for their country or just fighting for self-interest. Diyan niya nakita na kung sino ang may pagmamahal sa bayan or yung pagmamahal sa sarili lamang. That is the time also that he shown to us and he found out of the patriotism of those Filipino soldiers. Okay, so inuulit ko palagi patriotism, pagmamahal sa bayan. Kahit anumang mangyari sa ating bayan, basta may pananalig tayo na malulusutan natin or we would overcome the problems of our country, that is patriotism. Kahit sino pang mamuno dyan, basta may pananalig tayo sa kapwa natin at meron tayong tiwala sa ating bansa, then we could achieve better futures. We can achieve a better future for our country. Okay? Also, one thing that somehow dividing us, special, especially ngayon, yan is ethnicity. Yan. Yung discrimination sa ethnicity. Sa ibang bansa, other nations or nationalities see Filipinos as lower level individuals. Mas mababang uri. Ethnicity could also be one of those motivating factors to unite Filipinos, especially sa ibang bansa, 'di ba? Kung mga Pilipino na bago lang naging OFWs, yan, for example, ulitin ko, there are Filipinos na pumunta sa ibang bansa na bago lang naging OFWs, of course, mangangapayan sila. So, saan sila kukuha ng tulong? Obviously, sa kapwa nila Pilipino. Because, kapwa nilang Pilipino, tutulungan yan sila kahit nasa ibang bansa. So, that is one positive effect of ethnicity. Di ba? Because ethnicity could also be a positive attribute. Nagkakaroon ang mga Pilipino or a certain culture ng sariling identity. Yan. So according kay According kay Felipe de Leon Jr., yan, it is the sine qua non for being active in the world. It is the fundamental source of social empowerment, which is basically empowering a certain ethnicity. 'Di ba? Pag nasa ibang bansa ka, nagtatrabaho ka doon, mas makakaya mong magtrabaho ng malayo sa pamilya mo dito sa Pilipinas. It's because meron kang kapwa Pilipino doon na pwede mong masandalan. Yan. But also, it could have other effects in which could be detrimental to a certain ethnicity. Yan. For example, sa US, it has been a constant problem yung racial discrimination sa kanila. Yan, yung itim versus puti. Yun, yung laban ng mga itim versus puti. It has been a long problem, especially for the central part of America. It made their country divided and also created numerous crimes. So also, ethnicity has a negative effect. Yung pag-divide ng isang bansa, that's one of its negative effect. But luckily, in Filipinos, hindi ganun kagrabe. 'Di ba? For example, magkakaroon ng laban sa boxing si Senator Manny. 'Di ba? Lahat ng Pilipino, pati terorista at rebelde, titigil para mapanood lang siyang lumaban. Yan, it united Filipinos. The the sense of uniting for one cause is somehow nakikita with positive effects. So that somehow can be a positive attribute of ethnicity. 'Di ba? Kung lumaban si Senator Manny, lahat ng mga Pilipino from different countries, manonood talaga. Lahat sila susuporta kay pambansang kamao. Also, patriotism is one of the most fundamental forces of nature. Yan. So, according also kay Johnson, there are three mechanisms that help explain patriotic behavior. First, association between familiarity and kinship or yung pagkakaroon ng kapamilya, 'di ba? So, for example, nasa ibang bansa kayo nag-migrate ng Filipino mong family, for example, 'di ba, ang naa-adapt niyong mga behavior or kultura is mainly Filipino-like. And once you would meet fellow families who are also Filipino-related, then it makes you proud that you have another group of Filipinos in other countries who share the same behavior and share the same culture as you. Yan. May association na nakakreate. Next, the matching between genotype and phenotype. Yan. So what is genotype? Yan. So genotype is the kin selection which is a product of national selection. Yan. So for example, genotype o yung matching between genotype, na-recognize mong isang individual na Pilipino siya dahil, of course, literally, dun siya pinanganak. Di ba? Or for example, dito sa Pilipinas, we have harmonious relationship with fellow Filipinos, mostly because, yan, may nationality na Filipino. Kapwa natin, Pilipino. Ayan. So that is genotype. We have good relationship and maintain that good relationship with fellow Filipinos. It's because they are our fellow Filipinos. But also meron ding phenotype. Yan. Individuals who are not related. Yan. But engage in altruistic changes. Yan. For example, phenotype. 'Di ba merong mga foreigners na napamahal sa kulturang Pilipino and have stayed in our country for a good amount of time. 'Di ba merong mga foreigners sa social media na because meron sa mga kakilalang Pilipino, pumunta sila dito at somehow nanirahan na din dito at nagustuhan nila yung kultura natin. Yan. They are not really related to us by blood and by culture, but because we have altruistic changes with them, nagkaroon tayo ng exchange of culture. Well, because napamahal sila sa ating kultura, then they also gave back. Minahal din nila yung ating bansa. Minahal nila yung kultura natin. So that is phenotype. Yan. Kung genotype, basically ang best example niyan yung mga kamag-anak natin from the same culture. And of course, dahil kapwa natin Pilipino, nagkakaroon tayo ng altruistic changes with those Filipinos o yung mga kamag-anak natin that are basically within the same culture. Ayan. Also, lastly, one of the mechanisms that help explain patriotic behavior is connection between kinship and location. So, for example, di ba dito sa Pilipinas napakaraming mga subcultures? May mga Ilonggo, Ilocano, Chavacano, mga Bisaya, yan, mga Oragon, yan, yung mga Bicolano, mga Kapampangan, di ba mga Waray, meron ding mga nasa Muslim tribes, yung mga Iranon, yan, mga native tribes, mga Matigsalog, mga Blaan, di ba may mga Tausug, mga Surigao nun. So, kinship and location. For example, sa mga nakatira sa Cebu, of course, yung Central Visayas, yan yung Cebuano speaking na majority. Yan. And of course, may mga pamilyang nandun. So, once another Cebuano family migrates to another place, sabi natin sa Manila, yan, medyo magkakaroon ng change sa kanilang pananalita and of course, sa kanilang buhay. But once they found out na even sa Manila, meron ding mga Cebuano, of course, magkakaroon automatically ng deep connection. Kasi, maujud na, kapwa sila, Gastoria, Bisaya. Na. So, mga na may tabo. Mas deep ang connection, mas laglum, na kung sa Bisaya pa, mas laglum ang connection between two Cebuanos or two Cebuano families. It's because they originate from the same roots. Parehong Cebuano. And even if they're in another place na hindi Cebuano dominated, once na mailhan nila na Bisaya, of course, automatically a deep connection would start. which makes them more proud of their Cebuano culture. And of course, it's the same with other subcultures. The same goes with Filipinos in other countries. Kung makakakita tayo ng kapwa Pilipino sa ibang bansa, of course, mas daling makaka-relate sa kanila, mas daling makipag-connect sa kanila. And of course, we would feel proud na, uy, may kapwa din tayong Pilipino dito. And much more if those Filipinos in other countries have somewhat been successful, 'di ba? So mas magiging proud ka doon. Mas magiging proud ka na Pilipino ka at pareho kayo nung taong 'yon. Okay? So, next. The development of patriotism is not solely in terms of evolutionary forces, but rather it features socialization, which is an important instrument in forming feelings of kinship and reciprocal altruism. Ganito yan, di ba? Parang sa mga magkasintahan, kana mag-uyab, di ba? Unsa nimo pagka uyab sa iya kung wala siya reciprocal or kanang reciprocity of feelings, di ba? Dili mo pareho og feelings. The same goes with patriotism. Kasi ang patriotism hindi pwedeng isang tao lang meron yan. Dapat pod ang ubang tao naapoy pagmamahal sa ilang nasod. Pagmahal sa ilang nasod. And once another person knows that another person or a different person has the same patriotism towards the country, then of course, automatically, both individuals would socialize and try to connect with each other. At kapag mas marami ang may same feelings with that, of course, merong connection na. That is socialization. And that is important in patriotism. That's one of those key things about patriotism. Pwedeng dumami from some people to many people. Also, as you can see there, according kay Staub and Bartal, they elaborated that patriotism is a combination of four attitudes. Please take note. First, a special affection for one's country. 'Di ba? For example, nung Marawi siege, mas maraming tao ang mas na-recognize na kinakailangan pala nating depensahan din ng ating bansa laban sa mga may planong sirain ito. And during that time, mas na-recognize ng general public kung ano yung hirap ng mga sundalo at kapulisan. And because of that, mas nagkakaroon ng special affection ang general public towards the military and law enforcement. Na-recognize na kasi yung contributions ng mga sundalo at pulis sa pagpapanatili ng seguridad at kapayapaan sa ating bansa. Yan. So that's the first. Next, a sense of persons or personal identification of one's country. Yan. For example, try to imagine na pumunta kayo sa ibang bansa and then, of course, yung unang feeling nyo, para kayong nawawala. Kasi of course, nasa ibang bansa, makabago. But once you have seen an individual sa ibang bansa na nagtatagalog or nagbibisaya, of course, you can identify yourself towards that person. Kasi pareho kayo eh. And of course, pareho kayong Pilipino. And it creates a personal connection with that person. And of course, next, a sense of concern for the well-being of one's country. Another example of it, 'Di ba? Pag may national emergency just like COVID-19, mas maraming doktor originally ang nagsasabing ayaw nila na lumaban. Ayaw nilang lumaban sa COVID-19, especially yung mga Pilipinong doktor na nagtatrabaho sa ibang bansa. But because it is a national emergency, an international pandemic, they were forced to go back to the Philippines and help our country. The basic reason is that they have this concern, yung unique concern ng doctor, not just toward the patient, but basically sa sarili niyang bansa. 'Di ba? Yung sinabi ni Dr. Jose Rizal na pag hindi ka marunong lumingon sa sarili mo, o yung sa pinanggalingan mo, somewhat you are a disgrace to the country itself. So siguro naisip din ng mga doktor na OFW sa ibang bansa na parang bastos naman para sa sambayanan yung ginagawa nila. So, they return to the Philippines and help during the pandemic. Hanggang ngayon, they still try to contribute to our nation. And that itself is a special concern towards our country. A special concern na kinakailangan para maibalik yung dating sigla ng ating bansa. A willingness to sacrifice in order to help promote a country's good. Hindi lang yung pag-promote ng ating kultura, but also kana back to the topic. Yan. Lastly, a willingness to sacrifice in order to help promote a country's good. It is not just in form of our tourism, but also of the basic um, na pagkakakilala ng Pilipino towards other countries na hospitable tayo. Yan. And that we are willing to sacrifice for the betterment of our nation. So those are the factors that affects patriotism. Yan, according kay Staub and Bartal. So that is all for today. Next session, I would be discussing about ito. Simula tayo dito. Patriotism has two different phases of development. Yan, up until matapos natin tong discussion. So by the time you have seen this has been posted in the LMS and also in my YouTube channel. So once again, good day to everyone and stay safe.